waiting, huh?
An elite squad of nano-enhanced soldiers join forces with the faction to put an end to 15 years of unnecessary bloodshed under the brutal dictator Sopot. Red Faction 2.
Hello there, SteelSnake 72 with my Red Faction 2 medium difficulty playthrough. This is the final part, and this has got everything you need. This is the final boss. It's a few final combat sections, and then we're going to say goodbye to this beautiful game. I'm sad to see it end, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun playthrough. I enjoy it a lot, and this is I really like these final combat sections. It's pretty intense. It gives a real feeling that, you know, it's coming to a head, which I think a lot of games don't do as well anymore, which is a shame. Because sort of nowadays I feel like games just sort of end and you're a bit like, oh, I thought there'd be another level or so, but here it is, guys. Just keep rushing. Use whatever gun you want, because it's the last time you're going to get to use them. Throw your grenades, use everything. Just don't use your wasp gun and your rail driver, because you're going to need those for the final boss without a doubt. As a poor lad gets burned. And I get a bit screwed here because I think Tangier's right behind me. Turns out she's not. She's gone a bit ahead. I guess she can teleport and I can't. So this was quite a scary moment. And I think the enemies have got very similar weapons to what you do, which makes this a hell of a lot more tricky. And it's the only time you're going to fight these like nano elite on foot. I mean, the only purpose they serve is for making you look cool online if you want to play as them. But other than that, they're kind of pointless. As it's a really intense section. I do enjoy it a lot. And thankfully you don't have to do it all in one take. You know, it does have some splits in between. Because the only section where I felt like that was poorly done was the start of level 10. Sorry, because this is level 11. You know, it's a separate part. As we're chasing Molov, in case you're wondering, because everyone else is dead. You know, the rest of the Foxhound unit is all but gone. But you know, the only part where I felt where this was badly designed in terms of checkpoints was level 10, the first part, because having to do 15 to 20 minutes of pure gameplay without any fails in terms of deaths is pretty harsh. But this is a point where I think I say F it and I just start running. And you have to move somewhat sharpish, guys, because if you start dawdling and fall back, I think it just sort of like kills you instantly. So just keep moving. I think we're coming up to the end of the first part of the level, as I'm pretty certain I'm going to die here, but I think I get like a double headshot. And just look how good the precision rifle is. It just mows down enemies. I do love it.
Shrike, hold your fire. You are shooting at me, you idiot.
And it turns out Jason Statham's come on to our side now,
Pick me up now.
which is quite funny. And you get another short section of following Molov. And I'm not far off death here, guys, but don't worry about your health and ammo going into the fight, because, you know, as always, the game's going to stock you up well before the fight. You know, the game will not let you like go into the final fight screwed. It's pretty generous in that way. It's one of the more fairer aspects in terms of its design, as I'm going to use the rail driver here because, well, otherwise I'm not going to last. As it takes them both down. Again, not as cool as the rail driver from Red Faction 1. Sure, you don't have to reload after every shot in this game, but just being a blimp isn't as cool. And I wasn't sure about these dual wield, like, you know, these like submachine guns, but they are so good. It's a shame you don't get to use them longer. They're so good on these enemies as well. Like, look how quick that killed him. I think it's probably better than the precision rifle, so just get running, use these on the enemies. Poor guy, didn't even know it was coming to him. You see, these guys are smarter than the Resident Evil 7 enemies because they couldn't open doors. You know, if you're having trouble with the molded on the Resident Evil 7, just close the door on them and run away, and they won't follow you. It's very nice of them. And look at this, people thought dual wielding wasn't even until Modern Warfare 2. And those are the last proper enemies you're going to fight in the game, guys, because coming up now is the boss fight. And I'll stay quiet just for the cutscene, and then I'll return.
I ask you to
to sacrifice. If not for love of Sopot and the Commonwealth, and for your own sake, today's sacrifice brings tomorrow's abundance.
Goodbye, Alias.
Fight! Fight, I say! Do not tell me that we cannot, we must! We must crush the Red Faction! We cannot tolerate these traitors in our midst!
She was always better at flirting than fighting.
Here we go, guys, final boss. It's against the battle armor for the first half. It's a pretty cool fight. This was my second attempt at it. It's nice and epic, and it does feel cool. It's quite a challenge. But it's all about using your best gun, which generally is your Wasp and your Rail Driver, just taking away his health. You've got Shrike to help you for the first half, because what's going to happen is you're going to deplete all his health here, and then he's going to jump out the suit, and you've got to deplete all his health again, in which a really intense fight. But ammo and health will replenish in this spot, so don't get... You know, because in the first part, the first time I tried this, it was actually a better footage for the most part, but obviously I died right at the end. But I don't think you should worry too much about taking health, guys. You're not going to find any much cover. So just use your grenades to mow down his battle armor. And if you spend a lot of time in the main menu, you'll recognise this speech. It's Sopot's speech. I would say that's poignant that it's at the end of the game, but it's not, and I can't think of why it would be. So the battle armor phase isn't too hard. Just try not to lose too much health, because Molov's going to use the rail driver against you. So every time you get hit, you're going to lose a health pack. So maximum you can take is 4 hits, but chances are you're going to have lost a few health packs by then. So generally for me, it's always between 2 and 1 hits I can take. Obviously, when I go down to 1 hit, it gets pretty nervy, pretty fast. But a health kit will always replenish when you're down to none. But those can be some of the intense moments, because fighting Molov, it's about getting into a pattern of moving. He won't be able to hit you with his rail driver if you're constantly moving, much sort of like the battle armor. You know, as long as you're moving from side to side, he's not going to get you. It's very simple, really. It's very similar to Fortune in MGS2, but getting into the pattern is the hardest part, and coming out of it to get health is obviously the most tricky part. As you just keep doing your thing, use whatever weapons you want. As I'm fairly certain I'm going to die here, but I do. This is definitely the run where I succeeded. It only took me 2 attempts, thankfully. And as I say, guys, if I can do it, you can do it as well. So get them the right way around. So don't worry about trying to find cover, guys, because you're just not going to find any. And obviously you can't stand still when Molov's got the rail gun, and there's no point regenerating your health anyway when he's got the rail gun, because it's going to take all your life anyway. It's a fairly decent boss fight, to be fair, guys. It's for an end one. It does feel quite epic. You know, not many FPS games have anyway boss battles anymore. So this one feels welcome. It's got more of a climax than MGS5, I'll say that much for it. As there's not long left of this playthrough, guys, and I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Just keep firing at Molov. It's been a lot of fun to do, and hopefully it's the start of many on this channel. The next videos you'll see will be mainly Warrior X on whether it's Minecraft, Rainbow Six Siege, Black Ops 3, and the all-important World War 2. And here's the Molov phase. It gets pretty scary when you can just see him there. It's a similar thing, guys. Just keep moving from side to side. He won't hit you as long as you're moving from side to side. It's about timing your movements when he fires. As soon as you've seen him fire, that's when you can get into your comfort zone. As you see, it gets pretty nervy. And unfortunately, Jason Statham's an idiot and he can't help you in this phase because he's crashed. Showing he really is just a Battlefield person all in all. And that could be something you see on the channel, guys. And there's a take a hit there, so this is very nervy. I can't afford any damage now. Which is why I think this fight's really cool, actually, being against him with the rail driver. Not quite as difficult as Red Faction 1 boss fight, which I always seem to have to glitch to work. Because otherwise I just get absolutely wrecked, because that rail driver kills you instantly. But Battlefield 1, the like premium pass, whatever's just gone on sale, so maybe I might pick that up and we could return to Battlefield 1. Who knows? just stay tuned to the channel. There'll always be something on there, whether it's me or Warrior X. So keep firing against Molov. Don't get too greedy about the health pack, because sometimes trying to get the health pack can be more detrimental than anything. Don't use assault rifles, guys. Use what's best. But what's scary is when you're trying to switch weapons and find the right one, and obviously you're trying to move from side to side as we engage in rail driver combat, which doesn't really work for me, guys. You know, you guys might be better at the rail driver than me, but I'm pretty crap with it. And this is pretty scary, because I know at any moment he can take me down there. My movement was all wrong. As I decided to go for the health pack, just get it. I'm going to switch back to the rail driver, I think. Keep moving, whatever you're doing. Try and confuse him with directions, but it's all about movement. I think one more hit will do it. Oh, it's close. One more. Nope, he's gone, and that's it, guys. You've completed Red Faction 2. Congratulations, well done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've really enjoyed doing this walkthrough, or playthrough rather. Enjoy the final cutscene in all its PS2 glory. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching and supporting this playthrough. Stay tuned to the channel for whatever's on there next. And this is SteelSnake 72. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in next time.
Alias was decorated for his acts of valor and eventually accepted a position as military advisor to the newly formed Red Faction government. Tangier survived her fall and was rescued by Alias and Shrike. She went on to pursue a career in politics and became the Commonwealth's first chancellor as a result of democratic election. Shrike used his skills as a pilot to become a civilian consultant for the reformed Commonwealth Air Force.